Hi Virgo, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your December 2017 monthly tarot forecast. This is for Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising signs. So Virgo, for this reading I'm using the Mystic Dreamer Tarot deck along with the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Linn. If you would like an extension to this reading over on Vimeo, I will have the December 2017 Love Tarot forecast posted. And also now for sale on my website, I do have the 2018 yearly tarot forecast as well. All right. At the bottom of the deck, and this is what I'm using as the overall energy. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords. So we have the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, Virgo, but you actually have, let's see, you have a wonderful spread here. So it is just a general reading, so not all of you might be experiencing this energy. Let's take a look at, okay, we have the Eight of Swords, and then underneath it, I actually have the Page of Swords here. So maybe some of you are waiting on, could be some sort of news or communication or even a decision. You could be waiting on something and maybe it's delayed with the Page of Swords here. You actually have a lot of pages here in this spread. So if you're a Virgo that's waiting on news or communication, even if it's delayed at the start of the month, most likely it's coming through here in December, definitely. Also with the Page of Swords, you know, the Page of Swords for me can be someone who's on guard. You know, this page is very vigilant. They're on guard. They're kind of sometimes even expecting the worst. So some of you could be expecting the worst with the Eight of Swords energy. You know, this can be a lot of fear. So some of you are maybe fearing the worst. Maybe you're dealing with a situation where there's some confusion. So, you know, definitely just try to stay out of your head. Try to stay as positive as you can. The Eight of Swords for me is like a self-restrictive sort of energy. You know, you could be holding yourself back or you could be worrying unnecessarily here. So just try to stay positive. Try to stay out of your head. Here right at the center, we do have the Two of Swords crossed by the Queen of Pentacles here, which definitely can be you, Virgo, with the Queen of Pentacles and then the Two of Swords. Maybe some of you are waiting on a decision. A decision could be very significant. Or you might have to make a decision here with the Two of Swords and also these other swords cards that you have here. This is a lot of ear energy. So you could be overthinking things. There could be some fear. There could be some confusion. There could be some worry. And so some of you might have a decision to make, but with the Two of Swords, sometimes this can be a person who's not acting. They're not doing anything. And with that Page of Swords, you could even be, you know, delaying something. So some of you might have a decision to make, but maybe you're just not sure, or maybe you're putting it off. And then for other Virgos, you know, this could be a decision that's very significant here right at the start of the month. But at your foundation, we do have the Hanged Man. And so with the Hanged Man at your foundation, some of you, I feel like you're waiting on news. You could be waiting on a decision. This was you maybe feeling stuck or like you were in some sort of limbo period previously. And, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles here, yes, this could be you, but for some of you, this could be on the financial front. You know, maybe you're waiting on, you know, some sort of financial news, or it could be something work related. Or maybe even involving another earth sign person, so maybe another Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. The Hanged Man, though, can be a voluntary energy. So for some of you, especially if you're a Virgo that has to make a decision here, this could have been you, you know, maybe going off, spending some time alone, looking at, you know, the larger picture, looking at things from a different perspective for some of you. And then in the more recent past, I do have the Three of Wands, which we see a nice progression here. So in the recent past, maybe in November, some of you could have been waiting for your ships to come in. Maybe you know, worked very hard. You put a lot of time and energy into something, and maybe you are waiting for that growth or that expansion, that progress, waiting for your ships to come in. For other Virgos, you know, something could have begun. This is you working very hard, again, for those ships to come in. And then crowning you here in the month of December, we do have the Four of Wands. So maybe some of you previously were waiting for that growth and that expansion waiting for those shifts to come in. And here, you know, right at the start of the month, it could be happening here with the Four of Wands. This is you may be feeling more secure, more stable here with the Four of Wands. And I say that because what we have coming up in the near future. So for some of you, you could have more money coming in. Maybe you feel financially secure here right at the start of the month. Also, you know, with the Four of Wands in this position, you know, we do have the holidays here this month. And the Four of Wands for me is all about celebrations and creating memories. You know, it's a card that very much can represent marriage, more traditional relationships, family. So, I mean, that's, you know, that's what's on your mind. You're thinking about your family. Maybe you're thinking about your significant other. But this is you creating memories. And, you know, this is some really positive energy. And coming up around the second week, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be money coming in, and that can explain this Four of Wands energy. Maybe you feel more financially secure with the Ace of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Maybe some of you are picking up some extra hours or making some extra money here. This could be taking place around the second week. With the Ace of Pentacles, this can be a solid new beginning that's coming in for you. It can be a new job, can be a new home. There could be some Virgos that you're moving house. Maybe you're waiting on a decision about a home with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. But what's interesting is in the position of your power, I do have the Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords in this position, you know, it's not just a negative card. The more positive side of the Seven of Swords is it is a very independent energy. This person can be someone who's working alone, working independently, taking some sort of action, doing something, you know, all alone. So maybe some of you are keeping something to yourself. It can be that sneaky sort of energy. You also could be taking a risk here. The Seven of Swords is a risky energy as well. So with this Ace of Pentacles, this opportunity that's coming in, maybe some of you, this is what you can't decide about perhaps, or you need to make a decision about this. You could be going for it here around the third week. Maybe you needed some time to think about it, and so you're going to be taking this risk. But with that being said, you know, I think it's something you've thought about here because we have the Knight of Pentacles in the position of how those around you are viewing you. So those, you know, that can be those closest to you, friends, family, co-workers, whomever. The Knight of Pentacles for me is very practical. He's very cautious. You know, he's paying attention to the details. He doesn't just leap headfirst into something. So even if you are a Virgo that's taking some sort of risk here at this time, you know, I think you've thought about it, definitely. This is something you've already put a lot of thought into. You know, you're not going to step into something that you know isn't going to be good for you. So definitely coming through very cautious, very practical, grounded at this time. And then in the hopes and fears position, I do have the Page of Wands. So another page here. So news, communication could be very, very significant for those of you that were waiting on news and maybe it was delayed. It could be coming through here at the end of the month. With the Page of Wands, you could be hoping for news, but also, you know, this can represent you going on a new adventure, starting something new. Some of you, it might even have something to do with schooling, maybe hoping to be able to go back to school. For some of you, that can be this Ace of Pentacles here, because the energy that you're leaving the month of December with, Virgo, and going into January, starting the new year with, we have the Page of Cups. So you have the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups. So that news, that communication is definitely coming in. For those of you that this is on the romantic front, the Page of Cups for me can come up when it is like the very early stages in love. So there could be some Virgos that maybe you've met someone. This can represent that very lighthearted, innocent, flirty communication that's taking place. So there could be some Virgos that, you know, you could be flirting a lot with your partner for those of you that are already partnered. Maybe some of you are actually going to be getting engaged or taking your relationship to the next level. There could be some Virgos that maybe you're, you know, falling for someone here. You definitely could be starting a relationship or getting to know someone. And then for other Virgos, I think this is that news. This is that news. It's exciting with the Page of Cups. It's news that's going to excite you. It's going to make you very, very happy. And so overall, you know, I really feel like it's going to be a good month for you. You know, the big advice for you here, Virgo, is for you to stay out of your head. I think some of you are overthinking things. You could be fearing the worst, definitely. So that's really the biggest challenge for you, is to stay positive. But definitely have a lot to look forward to here in December. Let's do some clarifying though. Let's take a look at this Seven of Swords here. I want to look at the Seven of Swords. The more negative side of the Seven of Swords would be someone acting shady or someone trying to get away with something. But let's look at the Seven of Swords for Virgo. Clarifying the Seven of Swords energy. That's around the third week for Virgo. Clarifying the Seven of Swords for Virgo. Okay, very interesting. Okay, so looking at the Seven of Swords, Virgo, I have the Ace of Swords, we have the King of Cups, and then the Nine of Cups. I do apologize for the glare, but the Ace of Swords can be clarity, truth coming in, you seeing something clearly, you hearing the truth, you speaking your truth. It can even be you cutting ties with someone. It very well could be a King of Cups, could be a water sign person, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But some of you just might be hearing from this person. This could be communication with a King of Cups. You could be, you know, speaking your truth to this King of Cups. You could be hearing the truth from this King of Cups. Whatever this is, it's making you incredibly happy with the Nine of Cups here. So this could be a wish come true. This is emotional abundance. So these cards are clarifying the Seven of Swords. So for some of you, like I mentioned, you know, it might be a risk that you're taking. It could be you working independently on something. If that's the case and you're taking a risk with the Knight of Pentacles energy as well, I think you've already thought about this. It's not like a careless risk. It's something you've definitely thought about. Some of you could be signing something with the Ace of Swords. Maybe, you know, you're a Virgo that at this time you could even be following your heart or really listening to your intuition when it comes to this. But it's something that's going to make you incredibly happy. With the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a card of victory, but it's victory after dealing with some challenges. So no matter how you relate to this, it's positive, even if this was in the negative sense, because clarity is coming in. And again, you could even be using the sword to sever ties. But let's pull you an additional guidance card. This is the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards. Additional guidance for Virgo for the month of December. Virgo, additional guidance for Virgo for December. What else does Virgo need to know? Okay, wow, we have rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. So I actually love this card, rejuvenating rain. So some of you could be going through some sort of cleansing process, definitely here in the month of December. With rejuvenating rain, for me, this very much is talking about cleansing, clearing the past, letting go of the past, healing from the past. Also, this is mentioning healing the present. So no matter what you're going through or what you've went through, this is definitely a month of healing for you. And also, you know, getting over the past, really just focusing on the future. And so this is wonderful. This is wonderful. And, you know, with that Eight of Swords energy, you know, with this card, you know, again, I don't feel like that's for everybody. And I don't feel like it's going to last the entire month, because you have some blessings that are coming in for you, definitely. And maybe at the start of the month, some of you are dealing with, you know, more of this mental energy. Could be some fear, could be some some worry here, but news is definitely on its way. Clarification is on its way. And some of you are definitely going to be moving forward and releasing the past. Okay, Virgo, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. If you are interested in having a private reading by me, please check out northeasttarot.com. I just want to wish you guys a very Merry Christmas and happy holiday season, and I just hope you all have a wonderful month. Take care.